Guys, you know my love of Magic Spoon. It's low in sugar and still tastes great. Even my kids love it, and I can feel good about feeding it to them. If you love cereal, just click on the link below and get some Magic Spoon cereal today. You can build your very own variety box. Just use my code Chael. That's going to get you $5 off. You can choose from the best-selling cocoa, fruity, frosted, peanut butter, cookies and cream, maple waffle, blueberry muffin, and cinnamon roll. But wait, Magic Spoon is now adding Honey Nut to their permanent collection. So be sure to add Honey Nut to your custom box and try it out. Magic Spoon is so confident in this product. They will back it with a 100% happiness guarantee. That means if you don't like it for any reason, they refund all of your money and don't ask you any questions. Also, for my Canadian and British fans, Magic Spoon is now shipping to Canada and the UK. So click on the link below and use the code Chael to get $5 off, or go to magicspoon.com/Chael. That's going to save you $5 when you build your own custom box, and I really encourage you, try the new Honey Nut. Jon is going after Cejudo. I love it, and it pisses me off. Cejudo is going after Sterling. I love it, and it pisses me off. Dillashaw appears to be next in line to fight Aljo. I love it, and it pisses me off. May I explain? Okay. Peter Yan has never been more fun. And if I was to give any knock to Yan, which would be very light, pretty big believer in Yan. Love his effort, love his grit. His fight with Aldo was amongst the greatest title defenses ever, which I don't think he ever got credit for. His ability to understand his opponent and learn during the match that he showed against Sandhagen are things that movies are made of, and I don't think he ever got any credit. And the way that he pushed all 25 minutes, even when he was held in precarious positions, but never once wilted against Sterling, he has my respect fully, but he's not fun. And I can't make believe that he is. He doesn't come out. He doesn't get aggressive. When he goes to Twitter, it's funny. It's interesting. It gets picked up, and then he takes 2 months off, and then he returns. Well, that's changing. Something has changed within him. He's now just this weekend going after Cejudo. Brilliant move. If a guy wants to be champion, show us. If you want us to get on the bandwagon to help to get you an opportunity to become champion, you show us in the first place that you want to be. If you start talking about, I want to be champion, and us, the audience, then finds out that you're turning fights down, we're not getting on board with you. If you're unwilling or afraid to fight anybody for any reason, and we find out you're not ready to be champion, that's the math and the deduction we come to. Whether you think that's right or not, we do. And that is not what Jan's doing. Jan looked at the pieces on the board and is fully aware that Cejudo could get a world title fight his first time up to bat. He's fully aware that Cejudo, in the greatest haters scenario, is not going to have to beat more than one person before getting a world title fight. So he's stepping right in. Stepping right into what he deems a number one contenders match. I'm going to get rid of Cejudo and I'm going to return. I like the deduction, but it takes balls and it takes courage. And apparently Jan has them both. So why would that piss me off? Well, because it's a little bit too late. It's never too late to get something, but now Cejudo's going to get the benefit of it. I think that Jan could have been a better partner in the past. I think he could have been a better partner for Aljo. I love what he's doing now. I really do. I admire that he's going after Henry. Now, Henry fired right on back. Henry said, you just got taken down by a Division III All-American. It's really not wise that you come after the Olympic champion. Go back to Dagestan and work on your wrestling. This was the comment by Henry. I don't actually think that Jan was from Dagestan. You get Henry's point. All that did is make me interested, because Henry does bring up a fair point that Jan did show that he needs to worry about wrestling, and now he's called out the only Olympic champion in the entire organization. I like that. I respect that. Maybe Jan is in Russia working on his wrestling, and maybe he wants to come and show what he's learning against the former champion. Made me interested. Got to back up, though. TJ Dillashaw appears to be the one that's going to get the world title fight. Now, from a marketing standpoint, I would blast everywhere. If I was Team Dillashaw, Dillashaw returns to claim the championship that he never lost. I think that is powerful. I think it's thought-provoking. I think it makes new fans go, what? What happened? I think it makes old fans get reminded, because so many old fans think that TJ lost his championship. They're remembering it wrong. That was not at 135 pounds. He lost that in the paperwork. They took it from him. He hadn't been beaten by a 135-pounder since he won the championship, so he's returning to claim the championship he never lost. I like that. I think there's something there. I think there's a real theme there. But if TJ is the one that's going to get Sterling, I got to have more. I really do. When I see Sterling, guys, I see a star. If you give me a piece of paper and I got to put the different categories, what is it going to take to be a star? I don't mean a really good fighter. That's where the punches and the kicks and the speed, your ability to compete, your ability to listen to coaches, that's where that comes in. I'm not talking about does Aljo have what it takes to be a great fighter. That question has long been answered. I'm talking about a star. When you throw a camera on Aljo, can his eyes alone light up a screen? Do you recognize him? If he's in street clothes, passing by, do you know who he is? When you finally get a hold of him, does he have a personality? Guys, I check every one of these boxes. Is he young enough? Is he handsome enough? I check every one of these boxes. I think that Aljo has suffered from a lack of having a partner. He's had opponents. I'm talking about a partner. Somebody that will come in and make you interested. And that's one thing that Dillashaw never does. TJ's awesome. Everybody respects. Everybody appreciates. TJ's one of these handsome, was young enough. Now I suppose maybe he's becoming a veteran in his career. But the point that I'm getting at is if he's going to be given that nod. I'm talking about Dillashaw. If he's going to be given that nod, the respect that he is being shown by the office to put him in front of Peter Yan without having to fight him, to put him in front of Triple C without having to beat him. This is respect. This is appreciation. This is acknowledgement. But there's something that you owe back for that. There's something that you owe the audience who gave you a mandate to get you in that spot. There's something that you owe the organization who signed off on it. And there's always something that is owed to the champion who ultimately affords the opportunity to win the belt because he's bringing it. And I don't feel as though Aljo is being met part way by any of them. By any of them. So Cejudo's too busy. Everybody's coming at him. He's shooting around. Great. I can give him a pass. Yan has accepted that he's not going to get it. So I can give him a pass. Now he's going after Cejudo. But one fight to go, it was all Yan's job. And the same thing goes for TJ. I need to hear more on TJ, guys. I'm not talking about trash talk, by the way. I need to hear more. I come and talk to you guys all the time. When's TJ come back? I should know that. Hey, guys, it's been a while. Was it TJ's shoulder or was it knee that he had worked on? I should know that. I should have updates. Conor McGregor keeps us all in the loop. He hasn't come to an event. He hasn't grabbed the microphone. He hasn't punched anybody. And we all know what's going on at all times. Conor tells a story. Through social media, Conor tells a story. I argue that somebody else besides Aljo needs to tell the story because Aljo will do his part. Aljo will work his ass off. Aljo has his own podcast and comes and talks to you guys. If you have a show, invite Aljo. I guarantee he'll say yes. He wants to talk to the people. He wants to get the message out. And if it is in fact going to be TJ between the trifecta of TJ, of Yan, of Henry, I think if you earn that, and I think if you're given that, you now owe Aljo a partner, not just an opponent.